Today, I'm going to be making school cafeteria peanut butter bars. This came from a blog called Relished, and it's written by Ellasmommee. And so I will link the recipe below, right below this video. If you're interested, you can click on it and print it out for yourself. You need to preheat your oven to 350 degrees, and you need to put some parchment paper in a 9 by 13 inch baking pan. So this is like a lasagna size pan. So that's what that is. So there are ingredients for the bars themselves, but then there's also ingredients for the icing. I will give you the icing ingredients once we get there. So this is just the ingredients for the bars themselves. You need 2 sticks of butter, and these are half sticks, so it's 2 sticks total. You need 1.5 cups extra crunchy peanut butter. We use Jif. We love Jif. You need 1.5 cups of sugar, 1/2 cup of packed brown sugar, 1.5 teaspoons kosher salt, 1 teaspoon vanilla, 4 eggs, and 2 cups of flour. So the first thing you want to do is melt your peanut butter. That's my 1.5 cups of crunchy peanut butter and your butter. Melt this in a pan and then set it to the side to let it cool. So now the directions say to mix your sugars and your salt together. So I'm going to do that. You could do this in a bowl, but I'm going to do it in the mixer just because we're going to be adding other things to this. And we're going to be using a whisk in a minute, so I'm just going to go ahead and use the whisk attachment now. So now you want to whisk in 1 egg at a time. Now add your vanilla. Says add your flour and mix until the flour just disappears. We're going to whisk in our peanut butter. This is your peanut butter and butter mixture. Now pour that mixture into your prepared pan. I did mess up on a step. I was supposed to add the peanut butter before the flour, and I just did not see that. So we'll see. We'll see how these turn out. Hopefully they still turn out okay. So smooth your peanut butter out, remove your clips, and then we are going to bake these for 35 minutes. I'm going to set my timer for 32 minutes, but I'll let you know how long they had to bake. I set my timer for 32 minutes, and this is how they look. I think they look perfect, so I'm not going to leave them any longer. They're a little bit brown around the edges, and it just looks really nice. So I'm going to let these sit here and cool completely before I make the icing. So now we're going to make our icing. You only need 4 ingredients. You need 1 cup of powdered sugar, a 1/4 cup of peanut butter melted, and this time I'm using creamy peanut butter, still Jif, but I put it in the microwave and melted it. It only took like 20 seconds for a 1/4 cup. You need 1 teaspoon of vanilla and 2 to 3 tablespoons of milk. So this is 3 tablespoons of milk. I might not use it all. Okay, let's try these. This smells like the whole kitchen smells like peanut butter. It just smells absolutely wonderful to me. I love the crunch.
Flavor's good. It's all peanut butter.
The crunchy peanut butter.
I'm trying to get my head around the texture. It's kind of a mixture between a brownie and a cake and a blondie. It's not quite fudge texture.
The flavor reminds you of fudge. To me, I think it's sensational. There's very few recipes that I've personally made. I'm sure there's thousands, but there's very few that I've personally made where it calls for extra crunchy peanut butter.
I love extra crunchy.
And of course you can use it when you make your peanut butter fudge or anything like that. You can use it all the time, but it doesn't usually specifically call for that. So I was glad that this called for extra crunchy peanut butter, and it really makes a difference.
Yeah, the texture's really good.
Those little pieces of peanuts, I love peanuts anyway.
Yeah, they really come through. This reminds me, I think I got the texture. The texture is more like a blondie, kind of. It's not brownie-like, it's more cakey, blondie-like. It's good. I really like the flavor. I like the textures.
I think it's sensational.
It falls apart.
Now,
I would rather have peanut butter fudge.
I would not.
But I do like these.
I'd rather have these than peanut butter fudge.
Really?
Yeah, but... And I love peanut butter fudge, I really do, but I just love that the texture, it's so very, very soft. The only resistance you get at all is when you're biting into one of those peanuts in there. And if you didn't want to use extra crunchy, you don't have to. That's just, I do think it adds that nice texture. I did make one mistake with this recipe. You weren't in here. I was reading through what you're supposed to do, and I skipped a step, and
I've done it before.
I added the flour to the bowl. You were supposed to add, you melted butter, and you melted butter and peanut butter in a pan. You were supposed to add your butter and peanut butter to your mixer before you added your flour.
Right.
I skipped that, and I added my flour first. It didn't hurt it at all. I just wanted everybody to know these taste perfect to me. I don't think
if you're mixing it by hand, it might have made it a little harder to mix, but
right, it did not, because it's all going. It's all getting mixed together anyway. So
sometimes it might make a difference in the order, but I don't think that would have.
Yeah, sometimes and sometimes recipes are just very, very particular, and it's like, do you really have to be that particular? You probably don't.
Well, like you don't want to put something hot on something with eggs in it because you'll scramble them, that kind of thing. But,
right.
But flour into a liquid into a flour, it doesn't matter.
Well, this made a lot, and
it's a big pan.
I love how thick they are.
They're good. They're definitely worth trying. I like the little frosting on top too, or whatever coating is, topping, whatever you want to call it. It's really
good. This is a recipe I'll definitely hold on to and make it again because it was so very, very easy. So, like I said, I will have a link below to the Relished blog so that you can click on it, print it out yourself. But I hope you try them, because if you're a peanut butter lover, I think you're going to be crazy about these.
They're good.
So I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.